it right now.
Oh, what do you think?
This podcast is part of the Red 5 Network. For more Red 5 Network podcasts, visit red5network.com.
From the remnants of Jeddah City comes a broadcast that will shake the Empire to its core. Rogue One Radio will discuss all things Star Wars and all things in the nerd culture, in and out of the galaxy far, far away.
Hey everybody! You are watching Rogue One Radio. How's it going? And where's that music coming from?
That's me.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay. That's all right. So you're watching Rogue One Radio. This is episode 111. And I am your host, Steve. And with me, of course, is Nicole. DJ is still on sabbatical. Hopefully he'll be with us next week. But to help us tonight talking about Tales of the Jedi, we have the illustrious Lunyr Grl.
Heavens.
Hello.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
I'm like, I've only been counting down this week for I don't know how many weeks. It feels like forever.
Yeah, 6 weeks.
They really shouldn't put multiple Star Wars shows on at the same time.
I mean, it was only November 17th.
But still, Andor was still going on. It just kind of...
I know. It feels like it's been longer.
It's weird. All right. Well, who do we have in the chat? Dragon Buddy was in the chat. I don't know if he's still here. But he was here. Danny's in the chat. And Kim's in the chat. And
hey, I know her.
Waldo's in the chat.
Hello, I know him.
And
we just
Scott,
saw them.
We know them.
Yeah.
We just saw them.
And there's Scott. And Megan.
Megan.
And then Scott again. Wait a minute. What's going on here? And then Nicholas from Backyard TARDIS. And then Patrick is with us. So we've already got, we're already on our way to a...
Oh, speaking of Patrick, that is your swag.
So
Good timing.
Danny from Comics and Cosmetics would like to let you both know that they love the Ahsoka ears.
Thanks.
I don't have any Ahsoka ears, so...
You dropped the ball, Steve. You dropped the ball.
I've almost got the Dooku beard going, though.
Okay, we'll take that. We'll take that. Mm-hmm.
Nicholas says, don't drop a binge show in the middle of a week-to-week show. Exactly. That's what I was saying earlier. Is they really shouldn't.
I feel like it was longer. I was like, we've been waiting forever for this moment.
Yeah, but it's okay. I mean, we watched the 45-minute episode of Andor, and then we binged the entire series for the rest of the day.
And again.
Mm-hmm.
And again.
And again.
Yeah.
And again.
So,
and again.
Yeah.
And one more time to refresh.
So how many times did you each watch it?
6.
Okay.
I'm probably right around 5 or 6. I don't even know. I no longer know, Steve. But we'll get there. We'll get there when it comes time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And let's
My
see.
ears are covering. So.
Yeah, I didn't watch it near as many times as you guys did.
Mm-hmm.
But I did watch it multiple times.
Yeah.
Nicholas, I would respond to you. No, I do not need you to send me any Ahsoka ears, but thank you.
Aww. Yes, sir.
That's nice.
Backyard
Blue-
TARDIS, you could send me another pair of Ahsoka ears if you really want to.
Why not?
So here's Blue says he hasn't watched Tales of the Jedi yet, but I plan to just for the Dooku content. That's fair. That's fair. The Dooku content was really good, but
We'll get there. You could tell we're all like already excited to talk about it because we just keep bringing it up. Right?
okay. So we'll get to that. We're going to get to that a little later, but let's go ahead and kick things off with our first music break.
Yeah.
And this one comes from Ottawa, Canada.
I thought you were about to say Ottawa, Illinois. I was like, woo, really? And then Canada.
Ottawa, Canada, from a band called Crisis Party. You know what? I think this band actually moved to Halifax, but it's still Canada. Anyway, they put out an EP in September called Welcome to the Party via Dirt Cult Records. And this is a song from that EP, and it is called, oh man, did I upload them? Okay.
I was hoping the song would be called Welcome to the Party because the party's going.
No, the EP is Welcome to the Party. Actually, do they have a song called Welcome to the Party on here? Give me 1 second.
I'm like, ooh, I want to hear that.
I may switch things around. No, they don't. Okay.
Oh.
But no, this song is from the Welcome to the Party EP, and it is called Aching.
All right. Can't wait. Let's rock on. Awesome. Awesome. Steve, you're muted.
No, I'm not. I don't know what you're talking about. No,
That was a great little aerobic workout. Whew.
Yeah, good stuff.
Hi,
Crisis
Gilbert.
Party with
Just
Aching.
did a real quick add-on.
Yes, we'll have some more music coming up here. But before we get on to our next one, let's have a little chat. What's going on this week? What have you been up to this week? Anything interesting happen over the weekend?
Kelly.
Interesting. No, I did a lot of chores. I did some projects. I started putting up Christmas and
That's a fun project.
Yeah, that is a fun project. Yes. Compared to the week that I had last week, it was a nice, relaxing, very time consuming project. So. Oh, and I wrote some notes for tomorrow's ladies' night episode.
Oh yeah. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that that's coming up tomorrow night?
Absolutely. At 7:05 p.m. Eastern on ATSW The Escape Pod, Brady Big Lovin', Don Dilla Snooch, and Dragon Buddy are handing over the keys tomorrow to the ladies. And I get to host, and I have a few guests, like Miss Nicole Sunray down there.
So excited.
I know, right?
Nights of podcasting. I've been like, this is my Christmas and Christmas Eve of podcasting. I was so excited for tonight's stuff, and then tomorrow night, I'm like, oh,
it's gonna be a blast. Mm-hmm. There may be alcoholic adult beverages. We will be talking about women and the holidays. So,
and who else is there? You want to share who else can be with us?
Yes, of course. Yeah. Our nerd sis, Madame Chantal from Scarif Scuttlebutt Podcast and Scarif After Dark. And Miss Tina, the meme queen, mother of all the memes of the internet. If you need a meme, she can find it. You tell her a topic, she'll find it.
They're hilarious.
So what time tomorrow is that going to be taking place? Yeah.
7:05 Eastern, which is 4:05 Pacific Standard Time.
Or 6:05 row time. I mean Central time.
6:05 row time, yes. 5:05 DJ time.
I think we just covered most of the United States.
I think I covered everything except Alaska and Hawaii.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Kim knows those times. Kim.
Yeah.
Yeah, from Used and Abused. She knows those times. I remember it.
I don't know Hawaii, but I do know Alaska because I used to live there.
Get out, really? You've lived like everywhere.
I really have.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what have you been up to, Nicole?
Well, I have been working. And then I've had a little fun. So a couple quick shout outs I'm going to do. I'm going to do a quick one to happy anniversary again to Comics and Cosmetics. I actually got some really cool swag from her. I got an Athena, which makes sense for wisdom. I get that one. And then
is that from Eternals?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
And then some Herbal Hannah stuff and some earrings. Some really cool stuff. So I appreciate it. So thank you. So big thank you to Danny over at Comics and Cosmetics. I appreciate it. And then, of course, tonight I was on Used and Abused right before this. If you missed it, go back and rewatch. Talked about A Christmas Story and Christmas Story. And I couldn't shut up. So I was like there until about 10 minutes before here going.
It was a great team.
I couldn't shut up.
The original is actually one of my favorite Christmas movies.
I know. I was so excited. And then I have to tell you, Steve, something really cool. They actually currently, hopefully they'll keep it the same. It's currently up for sale.
The house?
It is.
Yeah, I read that somewhere. Yeah, that was really cool.
That's
cool.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so yeah, so it's anyway. So I just got done with the Used and Abused, and it was so much fun. I had so much fun. So I'm excited because I'm here now. I get to run DuckTales, but
I don't think I've ever been on their show.
No, you haven't.
What? You were supposed to choose a topic in November for Patreon November.
They're supposed to choose a topic for us.
No, you were supposed to choose a topic for them and then guest on that show.
Did you see that?
It's the Wong of
Wrong.
I'm the Wong.
Nicole is the Wong of the Red 5 network. She's popping
Wow.
up there.
I could take that many ways right now, and I'm like, yeah, maybe not.
So apparently Blue did not know that there's a Count Dooku book.
There is. It's right
Oh,
here.
Oh yeah, show it. Yeah,
Yeah,
show it
there's
off. Show it off so he knows what to look for.
Okay,
Because
hold
he
up.
really
So real
wants.
quick, this is Karen Hanlon.
That's not Dooku.
I know, I'm cheering. And then Star Wars Dooku Jedi Lost by Kevin Scott. Okay, I've got that. I've even got my notes still in there from the last time I read it.
Yeah.
And then I've also got my Ahsoka book. And I just realized, cats. I love cats. I won that Dooku from ScareCon from the summer. So I'm like, oh my God, I don't have enough room up here unless I got rid of the radio, because the radio was up there from A Christmas Story. So
Yeah.
I didn't put away all the props yet.
Very cool.
The next break.
Very cool.
What about?
Other than fun.
Oh, yeah.
Yay! Yay! Yay!
What's the number in yours?
414
Okay, so ours are different. Mine's 464.
and 496. She's pink.
Wow.
She's so pink.
Okay. Fun fact: Big Brother have them at Five Below. My Five Below had them recently
Really?
over the weekend.
Oh, really? I know
Well,
somebody
if anybody
that
wants to get Christmas
I know somebody that works at Five Below.
Say what? Sorry.
If anybody wants to get a Christmas present, hint, hint.
I said I know somebody that works at Five Below. And speaking of, yes, there is a Count Dooku Funko Pop.
I
don't think I have that one.
I have the pin from ScareCon.
I don't either.
I don't think I have a Dooku Pop, but I'm bringing up my Funko list right now.
I don't remember what I have. They're all in storage except for this guy, which I haven't put back in storage yet.
Oh, Hondo. I don't have Hondo. I want Hondo.
Yeah.
I love
Brandon
Funko
just joined the chat. Hey, Brandon.
Hi, Brandon.
Alrighty. So.
Nope. No Dooku, you guys.
No.
No. I didn't think I did. We'll put Ahsoka over here.
So, if you didn't already know this,
Mm-hmm.
Rogue One Radio is part of the Red 5 network.
Mm-hmm.
There are 38 podcasts, and you can find all of them at the link that's scrolling underneath Nicole there, bio.link/Red5. And
here it is.
All awesome stuff. And if you are watching us on YouTube, make sure that you subscribe, like, comment, ring the bell so you know when we're live, all that fun stuff. We're also on social media. So you want to tell them about that, Nicole?
Of course, Steve. I'll gladly let them know about where they can find Rogue One Radio. Rogue One Radio can be found on Twitter and Instagram, as well as bio.link/Rogue One Radio, which is part of the Red 5 network, which you can find on Twitter as well. Back to you, Steve, because we have some big thank yous to give out to our patrons. Patrons.
Found on Patreon. So yes, we do have a Patreon, and these are our lovely patrons that support our cause.
Hey,
Dave
we know that
Brown,
one, girl.
Kelly, and Chris. Hey, I know them.
We know that.
John, Nicholas, Scott, and Kim, that you might have seen shortly before this show, and Amanda. So thank you for your support. And if you too would like to be a patron, just go to this link here, patreon.com/Rogue One Radio. Or if you don't have anything to write with, just check out the show notes and the link will be there. and you can be a patron for as little as $1 a month.
You can be a Patreon too. I just had to. It was just coming to my brain.
Yes.
Be like Lunyr Grl. Be a patron.
So we actually do have some announcements. There was one announcement. I know we don't do news really anymore, but I did want to point out, because this is very very exciting news.
Oh, I thought we were about to talk about something else, but go ahead.
We will be getting to that too if it's what you're thinking. But
Yes.
we have a release date for
Yay!
Jedi Survivor, March 2023.
Work with me though. This is only for what? Xbox?
And PC, I believe.
Boo. I don't
But
have.
yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. The first one was great, and I can't wait to see the rest of the story. It's going to be awesome.
But
What's that?
I said, but I'm excited for everybody else.
Yeah.
Like,
So the other announcement is not quite as exciting. It's
there
kind
were
of
two
on
of them.
a somber note. Actually, there were three.
Oh, yes, there was 3. No, there were 4. There was 4.
Okay,
4.
I don't know the fourth one then.
Who are the people in your neighborhood?
That's right. I just heard about that. Okay. So this week we lost a couple of music icons. We had Irene Cara and Kristen McVie of Fleetwood Mac. And then yesterday they announced the passing of Kirstie Alley from cancer.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm still
paradise.
And then, yes, you are right. Bob from Sesame Street
Yep.
died yesterday, and I think he was 90 or 91.
right. He was up.
He was up there.
Right.
Yeah.
Kirstie and Kirstie. Oh, that was.
Yeah.
I'm not fully to the Carrie Fisher level, but I'm not gonna lie to you. I said this earlier actually in one of our chats, and I said, I hope this is not turning out to be December 2016, because December 2016, I can remember turning on the news, and every time the news turned on, it was somebody else that had passed away. And I'm like, what a month. It's December, and we have all somber news, and I just feel like that's what we're reliving again. It's December. It's not deja vu, because there are obviously other people, but it's just sad.
Yeah. Sad stuff. All right. What do we got next? We got another song.
We do.
Yay!
So this is a fun song. This is actually a cover. So there is a ska punk band based out of Orange County, not Virginia, Orange County, California, called Me Bambi.
I like it.
And they did a cover of an Offspring song.
Yeah, I love Offspring.
And so that's the song that we're going to play. So here is Bite Me Bambi with I Want You Bad.
Oh, really? Congratulations.
I know you're You know, what are you
All
gonna
right.
do?
Not much.
Hey, whatever.
It was nice meeting you guys.
Yeah, you know, it's like to meet both of you guys. I think maybe it might
What
be a
in
good
the
idea.
world is going on? Okay,
It's not me.
they got a weird ending to that song.
Nice. What?
So that was a weird ending to that song. So that was Bite Me Bambi with I Want You Bad, which was originally done by The Offspring. Alrighty. Well, you know what time it is now. It is time for Rogue One Radio's picks. And since you are our guest, Kelly, I am going to let you kick things off with your recommendation.
Well, I was going to recommend the Netflix series Wednesday, but I know somebody already did. But I have a book. A very good friend of mine gave me this book last month. It's called Living by the Moon, which is fitting for a Lunyr Grl. It is basically a nonfiction book about all of the moons of the year. You know, each full moon every single month has a name, and basically different things that you can do, rituals, meditations, just to bring you more focused, cutting out the stress in your life, reconnecting with nature, things like that. It's a very great book, very good read, and it's definitely very grounding, especially because it's very stressful this time of year.
Is that by Ute York or Ute York?
Ute York? Who's by?
Almost sounds like York, but Ute York.
Let's see. It is by. It says Lunarly with Kiki Eli. Yeah.
I'm trying to find a link to it so I can put it in the show notes. But it's called Living by the Moon.
Living by the Moon. Moon-based self-care for your mind, body, and soul.
Oh, that sounds very nurturing.
It really is. And perfect for a Lunyr Grl.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I can't find it. That's weird.
I will have to look.
Oh, wait a minute. I think I found it. Maybe.
Living by the Moon. It's a really pretty cover.
It really is.
Like in person, because it looks really pretty.
Yeah, it really, really is. Oh, that's my bookmarker.
And it includes a cute marker. I love it.
My friend got me a bookmarker too.
Perfect compliment. It complements it very nicely.
Absolutely. And it glows in the dark.
Oh, yeah. Now you bring out the little kid in me.
Yes. And I actually have a second book. When I'm not reading that, I am rereading.
2 books. We get a twofer.
Hey, I'm all for that.
I am rereading The Little Book of Hygge, Danish Secrets to Happy Living by Meek Wicking.
Interesting.
Yes. That book is something that
why.
I'm sorry, what?
I was like, Hygge, and I was like looking for the U, and I'm like, there's a Y.
It's because it's Danish. It's called Hygge. It's actually a book that I've had for probably going on 6 or 7 years now. But I decided to reread it. The Danish have a practice called Hygge, which is all about coziness, grounding, put away the electronics, grab a blanket, light a candle, enjoy the family that's around you.
I can get. I like that. That I can. I mean, I'm all about the cozy. I mean,
I'm all about the cozy. homemade dessert, freshly baked bread, the fireplace, just shut off the electronics, reconnect with yourself, with family. And it's a way of life over there. So I'm just
I like it. Good recommendations. Those are awesome.
When you have an overwhelming amount of stress going on.
All right, well, what do you have, Nicole?
I too have two, but they play off of each other.
I see.
Okay, so I have a movie recommendation and then a book recommendation. But they go together. I promise, Steve, they go together. And as soon as I say it, you're going to go, of course. Okay, so as I already talked about at the beginning of the show, but for those who missed it, I just got done being on Used and Abused, and I did a Christmas story, Christmas, and so that is my movie recommendation. I absolutely loved it. Other than Elf being one of my other favorite, more modern Christmas story classics, I think that's going to live on. I feel like Christmas is also going to be in that same, in the long run, is going to live on. So my book recommendation should not surprise me because I have been reading this, and then when I discovered today that there's more, I'm in shock. And now, of course, they're on my wish list, right? And that is Jean Shepherd's In God We Trust, and then All Others Pay Cash. Hence the radio behind me. I got this in over the weekend just so I can be ready for today. I've already taken care of the cover already. Oops. So good. And I just felt like when I was reading it, because I'd already watched A Christmas Story and I'd already watched A Christmas Story Christmas, I felt like when I was reading it, I could see everything in my mind, and I just loved it. I loved it. And now I have to get the others because now I found out today, hey, guess what? There's more. And me going, shoot, I knew I should have followed Jean Shepherd on Amazon. And they would have told me.
So this might sound like a dumb question, but what is the book about?
Have you ever seen A Christmas Story?
Yes.
There you go. There's your answer.
Is it the book of A Christmas Story, or is it like a non-fictional documentary?
So that is a very interesting question. Actually, we didn't talk about this on Used and Abused. So this book was originally articles that were wrote in Playboy magazine in 1964 that they accumulated and put into a book. He's also a radio personality, so he was also saying something online. Sorry, not online, actually on radio. So it's interesting when I was looking at the stuff for today, they said some of this is factual, some of it's fictional.
Oh,
it's a mix. Yeah, it's so good. So I'm so excited because now I know there's more, and now I gotta have the others because it kind of makes sense to something else I watched today. So I'm kind of like, okay.
Good one, Nicole.
All right. I only have one.
Oh, and I meant to actually read this last year, but I kept it on my list and bought it this year. Good timing, actually. Back to your one, which I'm sure is a good one.
It's a movie.
I like movies.
I just went and saw it. I think it was Friday.
I know what you're going to say. Go ahead. I'm so excited. I haven't seen it yet.
It's a movie. It's a holiday movie called Violent Night.
Oh, I want to see that one.
It stars David Harbour as Santa Claus.
I love him.
And it is a bit violent, as the title suggests at times. But it's a really fun movie, and it's funny. It is hilarious. It gives you it's a very interesting alternate take on the origin of Santa Claus.
Nice.
They don't really get into it too heavy. They just mention it a few, here and there. They sprinkle it in, but enough for you to be like, huh.
Right. Okay. Right.
Is it more like on the Krampus side? Because there's
I never saw that one. I've heard about it, but never seen it. But no, I saw the trailer for it in one of the I don't know, a couple dozen movies that I've
Mhm.
seen this year. And I was like, man, that looks good. And so my daughter and son-in-law both wanted to see it. So we went and saw it on Friday. And yeah, it was fun. I liked it.
Nice.
So if you get a chance, go check out Violent Night.
Awesome. That sounds like a really good pick. I know Shanti was also talking about it, and
Shanti loved it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, she did mention that she
Mhm.
was it was a lot of fun. And that is it for Rogue One Radio's picks this week. All of the links for those picks will be in the show notes since I found them finally. And we have some Tales of the Jedi to talk about.
Yes.
Oh my
But
God. Finally.
before we get there,
First.
but first, we have one more music break to
Whoa.
you. And if Dragon Buddy is out there, he should perk up his ears and pay attention because I think he's going to like this.
I could yell for him.
This comes from a band out of Minneapolis called The Slow Death. And eventually they will be putting out another album, but this was actually just a single that came out on December 2nd via Rad Girlfriend Records. And the name of the song we are about to play by them is called You Can't Live in Your Mind. So here you go.
Something's changed. I can see your light without, and it seems so strange that you're out there on your own. I don't know where you are now. You're out there sleeping on the ground. You don't want to be found. You're afraid to die, so you're giving up on life. The pain's denied, leads to broken teeth and broken promises. And I don't know where you are now. Out there sleeping on the ground. You don't want to be found. You won't talk to me anyhow. You can't live in your mind when it's gone. You can't live in your mind when it's gone. You can't live in your mind when it's gone. You can't live in your mind when it's gone. You can't live in your mind when it's gone. You can't live in your mind when it's gone. You can't live in your mind when it's gone. You can't live in your mind when it's gone.
That was good.
All right.
That was
Slow Death
good.
with You Can't Live in Your Mind. Good stuff.
That was good.
The mix on that seemed kind of low. I'm going to have to find a different version of that.
So good. So good.
So,
Good.
all of these songs and all the other stuff that we play in. All right, and have played previously.
Oh, so good.
Are on our Spotify and Apple playlists. So we have a soundtrack playlist. So if you want to hear these songs again, you can just go to Apple or Spotify and find the Rogue One Radio soundtrack, and they will be on there. As long as the band is on those platforms. If they're not, then just message me and I'll tell you where you can find them. But most of them are on there. All right. It is that time. It's time for the main event.
Oh, man.
For some
Impressions.
Tales of the Jedi.
Woo!
Woo!
All right. How are we going to do this? Okay.
We talked about this,
We did.
and I said, "Are you sure you want to do it that way? How about this?"
I had to look at my notes.
I got notes.
The notes that I do, right?
I have notes too.
Yes. Oh, your notes are much more extensive than mine. I basically just write notes saying, okay, this is what we're going to talk about. But I don't like, yeah. I just wing it. Anyway.
You guys know how much I love notes and writing and stationery and desk supplies and planners.
I mean, writing is how I got it right into podcasting originally.
What's that?
I said writing is how I led me into podcasting.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, December is a big writing month for me because I've got end of the year lists to write. So
I would have thought you would have said November for NaNoWriMo.
What's that?
I used to know what the acronym stood for, but basically it's National Writing Month. You are challenged to write a novel, a short novel, but a novel nonetheless in 30 days.
That sounds like a really great idea. I don't have the time for that. Nor do I have the attention span to do so.
My oldest actually did it the 1 year. Okay. And like, that was like, I'm proud of her, but you drove me freaking crazy for 30 days because you had to write. But she did it and she got her NaNoWriMo certificate. So.
Very cool. No, I didn't do anything like that. No, December's my busy year for writing because I've got the end of year lists that I do. And I actually haven't started on my best movies of the year list. I have the list itself. I just haven't wrote my little mini reviews for them. So I've got the movies themselves and I've got them ranked, but I haven't done anything else. But the hard list this year for me has been the best albums list. That's been rough. A lot of good stuff that came out this year, so it was really hard to pick a favorite and all that. Anyway, yeah. So, Tales of the Jedi.
Yes. But you didn't.
Got off the rails before we even started.
What's up, Doc?
Why are you blaming it on me, Steve? That was a squirrel moment.
No. That
was a total squirrel, not a rabbit.
I think that was a rabbit.
Nope, that was you. You were a squirrel. You're a total squirrel, and I'm the rabbit.
Well, I don't have any squirrel MP3s, so
we need to get that.
Phil TMNT has joined the chat. So hello, Phil. Welcome.
Just in time. We're about to talk Tales of the Jedi.
Yeah, we'll get to that. Okay, so Tales of the Jedi. Let us start with, let me look at my notes. We are going to talk overall impressions, and I'm assuming by that you were referring to the entire show.
Okay.
Nicole? Is that what you were thinking? You're the one that suggested it.
Nicole.
I originally said to him he wanted to overall over the whole show, and I said the whole show. You only want to do just the whole show,
Well,
not individual episodes.
just for the overall impressions. The next point is going to get a little more specific.
Well, then go ahead and start. Well, yeah, let's start with Kelly with overall impressions.
Hey, whoever
Overall
Tim's
impression.
thought is, they are on your left. So I don't know. I'm
On
not
your
sure.
left.
I'm not sure who that is actually.
To the
But,
left.
Hi, Tim
welcome to
Tuck.
the chat.
Hi, Tim.
Okay, yes.
Okay. Now, overall impressions. Do you want me to tell you the overall impression of the content or the artistic design?
Just, did you like it? Did you not like it?
I loved it. I freaking loved it. It was so awesome. It was a nice little break from the dramatic effects of Andor that we were getting, because it came out October 26th, so like smack dab right in the middle of Andor. It was wonderful. It gave us all the background. Well, not all the background, because I will always want more background, but it filled in a couple of little gaps. It was like extra episodes of the Clone Wars that we weren't given. And may I just say that the artistic nature of it, I mean, you could see in Gantika, for example, the old Chigruta in the village in episode 1, you could see the wrinkles on her hands. You could see the wrinkles in her leku. It was brilliant. In the next episode, Justice, you could see the bones coming through the fur of the starving dog, and how sunken in those faces were with the circles under their eyes of the people who were starving. Like, it was just, whoever did the artwork for this, which I didn't look up. I'm kind of bad like that. Brilliantly done. It was exactly what I wanted and what I didn't know that I needed.
Okay. Yeah, I enjoyed it quite a bit. I thought it was I could really feel Dave Filoni's hand in it.
Yes, totally.
So it's good to see him back doing the animation stuff, and I'm not sure if I liked it better than Rebels or Clone Wars.
I
have them in the same category.
I wasn't even comparing them.
Nope, you can't.
I'm thinking about the animated series in general. I think I probably liked it better than Bad Batch, but
for me.
But I am looking forward to the next season of Bad Batch. That's going to be fun.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, big time.
Yeah, I really liked the. Well, we'll get into what we liked more when we get into the specifics, but yeah, I really liked the Filoni feel.
Yes.
Of it.
I missed that.
Yeah, and the animation, like you mentioned, was pretty incredible.
Yeah,
and also, like you said, I really liked getting into some of the characters' backgrounds.
Yes.
So, how about you, Nicole? I know how much you hated it, so.
Well, yeah, you can tell that I hate all of it. I hate it all.
Hated it as much as I did, huh?
Obviously, this would be determined to lie if I said I hated it. Oh my God, I loved it. I'm like Kelly. It was fabulous. It was fantastic. I'm pretty sure I was texting you that day too, Kelly.
We were texting back and forth. Yes.
Like, it was hard to stop, especially once I said, "Hey, could she be Kelly needs to be a guest. Like, she has to be a guest."
I'm so happy you invited me.
I know. When I asked her, I was like, "Kelly needs to be a guest. Can we just Yes, yes.
Mhm.
I just knew. I'm like going, oh, the way you and I were just both so excited by it. And then I had to go, now you can't talk about it for a little bit because you have to save it for this. That was
Yes.
hard to do, by the way.
Mhm.
So, but I loved and like everything, like what you were saying in the details from her Leiku to the dog. The dog made
Yes.
me want to cry. The
Yes.
details were beautiful from the beginning to the end.
Mhm.
I loved that they showed us the main plot points were through two Jedi's eyes, but one
Yes.
a little bit older, one a little bit younger, and about to go into the future.
Mhm.
At the same time with other Jedi's in the background, which I didn't feel like they overshadowed. And I just loved it. I
Mhm.
watched it 3 times within the one weekend.
Yeah.
I could not. I was like, I need to watch it again. This is so
Mhm.
good. And then my only thought was, why didn't they do this on a Saturday morning? I could be eating my pop.
Your
I
cereal
believe
puffs.
I did rewatch it on Saturday.
I think I
Just
did
so
that
that
one
was
time
my
too.
third watch. Was that Saturday morning?
Yeah,
Like,
you
this
could have been eating your cereal puffs.
See?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Cereal
See?
puffs.
And I'm still wondering if we'll get I would love to get a visual art book from this one. Oh, because it's
Yes.
just visually stunning. I loved it.
Mhm.
Story.
Absolutely. I believe I said this when I was guesting on the Science Fictionary with Dragon Buddy, but they really dropped the ball on marketing the cereal puffs. You know, marketing any of them. They could have easily have released it on Black Friday. The
Oh my
cereal,
God,
the pops, everything. But they didn't want any spoilers again, like what they did with Baby Grogu.
yeah.
But you know, they made Mandalorian cereal. I ate that Mandalorian cereal. If they make cereal puffs, I will be having them for breakfast when Andor's second season comes out.
If Lucasfilms are listening, we gave you really good ideas. You should take them
Please, I will take my money
for the food and me an art book, please. Visual
not
guide.
my money. Take Dragon Buddy's money, you know, because no one can ever say that I lie.
That's fair.
Isn't that our money? I mean, my work. Sorry, baby.
Yeah, I only watched it
Anyway.
twice.
Just twice?
Yeah, I just watched it twice.
That's okay.
That's
You were
okay.
also doing like 2 to 3 watches of Andor, and you're a movie buff, so you went to a lot of movies in
I
between.
really did. I was counting them because I was making a list of all the movies that I've seen, the new release movies that I've seen this year.
Check it twice. Make sure you check it twice.
Checking it twice. So yeah, I watched 36 movies this year.
Wow.
You missed it there, Mr. Claus. He's making
No, I didn't miss it. I was ignoring it. No. So yeah, 36 new releases. Almost all of them in the theater. There were a handful of new streaming movies that I watched, but yeah.
I think I only went to 3 movies this year, which is a lot for me. 3 movies in 1 year is like a gross amount of movies for me to go to, because you can ask DB, I'm not the movie person.
Okay, that's fair. I
mean,
really like them.
If I go out on a date, which is very rare that DB and I go out on dates, I would rather spend the time doing something constructive rather than sitting in a movie for 3 hours and not talking to the person next to me when I never see him. So 3 movies is a lot of movies for me.
Well, also keep in mind that of that 36, there were quite a few that I watched multiple times. So, like Wakanda Forever, I saw 4 times.
I saw that.
The Batman,
I saw that.
I think I saw that one either 4 or 5 times. Black Adam, I think I saw a couple times.
Oh, I can't see that still.
At least twice, maybe 3. I can't remember. But yeah, a lot of those. So that's like 36 individual movies, not adding them all up. Like, yeah.
And I saw Doctor Strange.
Yeah, I saw that one. I saw that one multiple times too.
Yeah.
Another one I saw multiple times was Lightyear.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You were saying how much you adored that one. I remember you talking about that.
That was a really good movie.
Yeah. You were saying that.
Nicholas said, if I go to a movie theater more than 4 times a year, I turn into a pumpkin.
Me too, bro. Me too. And I know I have to go to the movies in 2 weeks because DB is going to do an episode on a movie that's coming out. And honestly, I can't remember what it is right now. Oh, duh. I have the planner right in front of me.
Woo!
Avatar. We're going to go see Avatar in a couple weeks.
Oh, you guys are going to be there for 4 hours, 30?
What?
It's 3 or 4 hours.
Are you kidding me?
No.
But
he even told I heard that he had to even get them out of the F office when they said to cut them down.
Dude, I can't sit in a movie theater for 4 hours.
I didn't like the first one, so I'm not going to go see this one.
Fair.
I think I have to imagine that he's probably referring to me on this question.
Yeah.
Yes, I do. So the theater that I go to, I pay $20 a month, and I can see 3 movies a week.
That's good for a person like you, though.
$20 a month. That's actually a steal when you think about it.
It's really good.
Exactly.
How much cost one time, but versus $20 a month? That's
how much is like one standard ticket for you, Steve?
Like $12.
$12, and you're paying $20 a month, which is less than the cost of 2 movie tickets, and you could see 3 movies a week. So that's like 12 movies for less than 2 tickets.
Right. And Patrick mentioned something, and AMC actually has a similar program.
I do.
It's not the program that I belong to because the closest theater to me is not an AMC.
Right.
But AMC has something called the A-list, which is pretty much the same. You get $3 a month. You get to see 3 movies. But you also get, what's different from the one that I do is with AMC, you get free upgrades, size upgrades on popcorn and
drink. Because I have an AMC. And I have like the premiere, but it's not.
Yeah.
My closest theater is an IMAX, and they're terribly expensive, but they have Cheetos popcorn. And I love the Cheetos popcorn. Yeah. And they serve it to you warm. So it's like popcorn and cheese popcorn with Cheeto cheese in it. Plus they put Cheetos in it. So
Patrick did make a very good point about the cost of movies. If you go to a Dolby Digital theater, it's $18 a ticket.
Oh, dude, it's only
and I prefer a matinee or a $5 Tuesdays. Those are my favorite kind.
And IMAX is probably the same. Those are probably so. With my, I think it's with AMC as well. But with the one that I'm on, IMAX and 3D and all of those are included, so it's not an additional cost. So when Rogue One was re-released, back in October?
Yeah.
Is that when
Yes.
it was? Yeah,
Yeah.
I blew my 3 a week on that movie because I said,
Totally. Oh, totally. That movie did not re-release for us. It didn't.
That makes
horrible.
me sad.
Not in my area.
Especially if it was on IMAX. It should have been there.
I
So
thought so too. And it said not at the IMAX near
impossible.
you.
I'm not sure when, but I probably will be switching to AMC. You know what? I haven't even mentioned this. I was actually planning on mentioning this earlier in the show. Is if nobody out there is already aware of this, and you might not be, we will be leaving Michigan. We are very likely going back to Oklahoma. That's the idea. But yeah, so which is what I was getting at. AMC is pretty prevalent down there, whereas the program that I'm in up here is non-existent. But so
home is where your family is.
Yeah. So no real news on the time frame, but it will be happening eventually, sometime next year.
Yeah.
Okay, Tales of the Jedi.
Yeah.
Back to it. See, we need our squirrel and rabbit pictures back, and that's a squirrel.
I think that was a little bit of both.
You don't have the squirrel and rabbit pictures anymore?
I know.
I've got them somewhere. Hang on.
I think he does the.
There you go.
He's so cute in squirrel form.
And there's Nicole.
Okay.
And I'm part of Sidebar Cantina, so all I have to do is say Sidebar. It's expected out of me. It's expected out of me.
Isaac has joined the chat. Okay.
Isaac!
Welcome to
See,
the chat.
Isaac knows.
Isaac?
Isaac is Sidebar family.
I've seen him in there.
He knows.
And Tim.
So Tales of the Jedi.
So we were talking about overall. We already did that part.
We did overall. Now we're going to talk about the Dooku story arc.
Okay.
Yes. I got it.
Yeah. I know this is probably not what you guys feel, but these were actually my favorite bits. I liked the Dooku story.
I did enjoy it. I like his arc because it starts off incredibly correct.
Yeah.
It's just it's the same thing. This whole entire series, you take 2 Jedi, you take Dooku and you take Ahsoka, both seeing how the Senate and the way the Jedi correspond to them is completely corrupt, but they both take different paths on how to handle it.
Right. So I don't know if this is a hot take or not, but I actually like animated Dooku better than live action Dooku. And not because I don't think Christopher Lee did a great job. I just think that in the Clone Wars and in this one, he was portrayed what's the word I'm looking for? He seemed a little more
he's a conniving bad guy.
Yeah, like in the movies, he seemed like just kind of this joke in a way, where it just they seemed to take him more seriously in the animated shows. So so I was really glad to see them dive into the character of Dooku in this show.
I loved who voiced him. Corey Burton voiced him, who was also Cad Bane. And I thought
I didn't know that.
As Count Dooku. And then of course Liam Nielsen's real son did young Qui-Gon Jinn. How cool is that?
That is pretty cool.
I loved all the voice work here, okay, people. And we'll get to Yaddle We'll get to Yaddle. I promise.
Oh, yeah.
I know.
I enjoyed this because the first time outside of the prequels that I got a little taste of Count Dooku was in the book Darth Plagueis. It's by James Lucerno, and I wrote that down because I know Steve likes authors. And he is portrayed as someone of wealth, someone of nobility who can see the injustices of everything, but he handles himself with unconventional Jedi methods, as they showed in the second Tales of the Jedi story, that one where he was force choking the senator. Now, did the senator deserve it? Yeah, probably, but you don't force choke a senator, okay? But
there's other methods or ways.
Yes, I get why he did it. So I don't condone it though, because
right. I think that was also a character building moment though for Qui-Gon.
It really, yes.
Oh yeah, big time.
Then we got to kind of start seeing more Qui-Gon. I loved seeing Qui-Gon Jinn. Like, I love my Ahsoka. We love our Ahsoka, but I did enjoy these ones with Count Dooku and Qui-Gon Jinn too.
Yes.
I mean,
yes.
Definitely on the character building. This was some really good character building on both Qui-Gon and Dooku's part. We got to see the fall of a Jedi, basically. And more better paced, I guess you could say.
Yeah, and an understanding of why he fell. He didn't want to be a senator's lapdog. He saw the Senate as corrupt. The Jedi were being used, and because they follow exactly Mace Windu over here, like, follow the rules. We have to follow the rules. And Dooku's like, screw the rules. It's not right.
And he makes that comment in the episode 2. He makes the comment, Count Dooku makes the comment to the senator. The senator says, you work for the Senate. And he goes, I'm more here. No, Jedi are for the people. And it's like,
people.
Yes, but then it's like you can see was saying that fall for him. And it's like,
yeah,
I get it because I understand. Like you just said, he didn't want to be a lapdog, but other methods. Him and Anakin.
Methods.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Get it together.
Right into the arms of Sidious.
Oh, have you heard Sidious wise? Oh, plagiarist. Sorry.
Plagueis. Did I say Sidious?
No, I said
Sidious.
I was having fun.
Yeah. Plagueis was Sidious's master.
Sure. Yes.
Yeah. Rule of 2.
Yes. I was being funny.
So how about let's talk about Yaddle. So we didn't.
I would love to talk about Yaddle.
Me too. Oh, yes.
So yeah, we only got to see her in Phantom Menace.
Yes, and she didn't even have a speaking role.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing her at all in Clone Wars.
She wasn't.
And now this kind of explains why.
Because she was dead.
Yes. Yes, Patrick.
Oh.
I saw that before. I was like snickering.
Where's Tom here? He likes my camera.
Who's Yaddle? Isaac, you know who Yaddle is. Isaac knows who Yaddle is. Don't listen to Isaac.
All right. So what do you think about Yaddle?
Oh.
I feel like I really could have loved her if I had more.
Yes.
So I was sad when she died, but I didn't cry.
I cried.
You cried?
I cried.
It's okay. It's okay. What was remarkable is that she didn't talk like Yoda. She can make complete sentences. What the hell is wrong with Yoda that he can't talk? So it's not a species thing because she spoke eloquently.
maybe he is older than her and didn't start speaking weird until he got really old.
Maybe, or maybe he ate too many floggies.
Or maybe Yoda was hitting the spice.
Yaddle has a speech impediment. It's not Yoda. Yaddle was the one who couldn't talk.
That's how you know about our chat room.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, but that was the thing that stuck out. Like, the first thing I said was, she doesn't talk like Yoda. Because I thought all Yoda people would talk like that, but I guess not. Which now, like, oh my gosh, what if Baby Yoda starts talking in Mandalorian 3? Like, Nicole, what are you going to do? I know! I always get like head cannons and go off on sidebars.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking so forward when I found out that we were going to get Yaddle. I was so excited, and I really felt like her character was going to be redeemed, and I felt to a degree it was redeemed, but we'll get to this later. I loved the fact that she was voiced by Bryce Dallas Howard. I thought she did an amazing job on Yaddle. I was very cry the first time that she died. I was not expecting it. I was like, like, come on, you know. But she was so good and so wise. So now I want more, and that's I'm like, so you're gonna give me a book? What you gonna do? Because now I want more Yaddle, and I don't know what they can do for that now. So I'm just like,
I know.
Which again, we'll get
I have ideas of what they can do, but I'm just a little peon in the sticks and the Poconos. So
they listen to us sometimes.
They can release a new series
I'm
called
okay with
Clone Wars: The Lost Episodes.
Oh,
I know. How easy is that? You know, how easy is that? We could start before Ahsoka came.
Dave Filoni, something. The Force is getting you to come to Rogue One Radio.
Come on, Filoni, you're my hero.
Would that be cool?
What do you think of Steve?
What's that?
What did you think of Yaddle? And
I thought she was cool. I thought that story arc, that arc was cool. And then I really liked the part where she, where you thought she was dead, and then she lifted the thing up.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then she died again.
Oh!
Sorry, Nicole.
That's a good question, Isaac. It's a good question. Could they bring her into the High Republic series?
Yes, I think they can. Thank you. Maybe
it would depend on how old she was. Is she a young, whatever that species is?
I feel like she was younger than Yoda. I felt like she was younger.
I think.
I wonder if Wikipedia knows how old she is.
Ooh, we like Wikipedia.
Old.
Yeah, I think they're going to be on a show with us next year.
I have a feeling
that would be cool. Yaddle was 483 years old at the time of her death. See, Wikipedia knows everything.
They know everything.
Yes.
Yeah, that's going to be a fun
Wikipedia.
show. So there was another story arc in Tales of the Jedi that featured this lesser known character. What's that?
Joe Costanu. Joe Costanu, the librarian.
No. There was a story arc, a longer story arc about this lesser known character that goes by the name Ahsoka Tano. And oh my stars. So that was a fun story arc too. So why don't you guys go ahead and tell me what you thought of the Ahsoka story arc?
It was brilliant. It was so brilliant. I want baby Ahsoka, a baby Ahsoka plushie, to sit next to my baby Grogu plushie, which I sleep with. I am 45 and I sleep with the baby Grogu. Okay.
I not same age bracket near. I do too. I got a couple of Grogus.
I sleep with cats. So
Yeah, I want a baby Ahsoka.
We've got our cats too.
Mm-hmm. I want a baby Ahsoka. I also want a baby Ahsoka Funko Pop to go with my other Ahsoka Funko Pops. Oh, it was so brilliant. I loved episode 1 because 1, we got to see her parents. We got to see her born. We got to see her village of Togrutas. And they first showed us her telekinesis for sensitivity towards animals, which in the entire series of the Clone Wars, like, they barely talked about it with the exception of the Morai that she had that always followed her, that the sister went into after she passed. We heard a little bit more about it in Rebels when she was talking to the Loth Wolves, but nobody ever really told us about it. So really, 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 like, I squeed, fangirled all over the place when they touched on her force sensitivity with animals.
that's cool. I really liked that Star Wars is doing a lot of these, and they did it in the Clone Wars too, with these like tribal species, for lack of a better term. I just really like that, and I like that they went that route with Ahsoka.
Baby Thrawn! Yes, baby Thrawn.
I just seen that.
Oh, what a cute little murderer guy.
Very smart.
Evil Smurf.
I don't think that's the version Shanti wants. I'm just gonna say.
No, she wants the man version.
Let her talk about that on Scarif After Dark.
I'm sure she
Wow,
will.
I talked about Playboy earlier and used and abused. Why not?
They were.
It was appropriately done, okay? For 5 p.m. cocktails, not 11.
You read it for the articles, I know.
Obviously, somebody did. But no, I loved Ahsoka. Like Kelly was saying, I did love the animal, the whole animal aspect, especially because it kind of connected also to Grogu. What I also loved. Why do I have an echo?
It's not me.
It's not me.
I think
I
somebody.
can hear Chris talking.
I
Do you
think
guys hear Chris?
No.
I don't know, but I think a child in the background is talking.
Oh, okay. So, I loved Ahsoka. I love how they connected things because the first episode is called Life and Death, and later on, Anakin is talking to her about life, and this is life or death. And I'm like, I love the fact that they connected them, and I love seeing Aunt Ashley Eckstein back voicing Ahsoka, and I love having Matt Lauder back as voicing Anakin, and and I love to see him on Rex. And I love how he says, "Let's hope all of your training pays off." I love that we got to see more of the Ahsoka book come to life. Her being called Ashla. I love that. Oh my gosh! And the Inquisitor. Oh my God! I'm like, I wish the Inquisitors in Kenobi were as close to as badass as the one. And those
Yes.
the sabers came out again, and I'm like, that's our Ahsoka. I swear, I'm
Yes.
like, oh my God, yes. And
Mhm.
I loved it. I loved seeing that power, that strength that we know about Ahsoka come out.
Yes.
And I mean, I just loved it. Beginning to end, including the Quiet Dungeon, loved it.
Yes.
And I love that because it kind of mirrors, again, like I said earlier, like with Count Dooku, how his is his downfall, hers is the rise.
Yes,
He started here,
exactly.
and
Exactly.
it's going up. I mean, they're passing each other. And
Yes.
oh, I loved it.
Yes.
Although the whole thing with Padme, oh my gosh, I'm like, seriously? Are you trying to make me cry, Dave Filoni? Why are you doing this to me? Like, I was a sap. I was just like,
I feel like that had to happen.
now I have to deal with this. This is some bull. However, this is also why I said during Andor, I mentioned in one of our things, could we get Fulcrum? Could it be Ahsoka? Because of Bail. Now, my prediction did not come correct during season 1, but I am not putting it out because it could still happen in season 2. Because again, we know that Bail and Ahsoka have talked, and that's also possible for her to go underneath the name Fulcrum, just like Andor or Cassian does. So
that's true, but Rosario Dawson is already booked with Ahsoka, and who knows if she's got some secret Mandalorian episodes, which are possible because they're in the same world now. Can she really do that double or triple duty on Andor?
Could be a little. You never know. A little cameo. You never know.
Now, as much as I love Ahsoka, I was glad that she didn't make an appearance in Andor because I want to know, like, I already know what Ahsoka does as Fulcrum because there was the book and there was Rebels as a continuation of that book. So I already know what she does, but I don't know the history of Andor, and I don't know the backstory of Mon Mothma, and I guess Perrin's in there, and who saw that one coming, you know? So I'm kind of glad that most of the big names stayed out so that I could learn all these brand new people to expand the universe.
Yeah.
But I do love Ahsoka, and I can't wait until she's
released. My God. And that picture over the weekend of her and Rosario Dawson and
Ashley Eckstein. I know.
That was cool.
That was cool. Actually, that was one of my messages actually to Kelly. Is like, I'm like, we're getting both right now, and I'm loving this.
And I hearted it.
Yeah, I'm like something along that lines, and I just this is just amazing. But yeah, but I have to talk about the Inquisitor. I know he's slightly different than the book. I don't care because I think he's better.
He's slightly different than the book, and how it unfolds is slightly different than the book.
And weren't you glad that she kicked that kid or moved him out of the way? She moved him out of the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, yeah, girl, show him. And then
you have to remember that, like, I know there was a big to-do that, oh my gosh, this episode wasn't exactly like the book. And even though I love the book, and like I said, I am a huge Ahsoka fan, this is a 15-minute cartoon, okay? It can't be identical to the book. And it's a cartoon that's kind of like PG rated with mild, lightsaber violence and, phaser guns. But they're not going to portray the book in a 15-minute cartoon feature. Right. So sometimes you just got to chalk it up to that's a good story,
Right.
Yeah.
Dave Filoni put what he wanted in there. You know what I mean? He knew. I mean, he did part of this. Well, the baseline, obviously, with the Johnson stuff, and I was reading up on it, and he did this again. So it's like he knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
And again, I love the Inquisitors more here. This
Loved it
than I did in and again in Kenobi. I was like, now that's what we're talking about. Or like when we were watching Andor, and I was like with Deidre, I'm like, see, that's what and it has nothing to do with anybody else when I'm trying to flip my words around for something else. That's just how you want that type of like angst and features and look and
Yeah.
and I mean, and it was quick and to the point and samurai style with the fire and gosh, that was awesome.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I want to say that goes back to the episode twice before it. Episode 5, when we're back to teenage Ahsoka again. You know, she went through her trials with the little bot shooting things at her, and Anakin's like, yeah, whatever. You know, like, everybody's like, oh, she's so good. Did you see her do that? She's a phenom. And Anakin's like, she's never going to survive out in the wild, you know? So he trained her, and she kept getting stunned, and she kept passing out. She kept getting hit, and she kept getting back up. And at one point, she looked at Rex, who said, you know, you did pretty good. You went 5 minutes before you got stunned that time. And she's like, I can do better.
Yeah.
And that is like a true testament of who Ahsoka really is. She can do better. She'll keep going until things get done, you know.
And that's also, of course, where she has that moment with Anakin. He's like, this is about life and death, which I absolutely love. But I have to ask, and maybe you'll have an idea, or even to Steve also, do you guys feel like what you just said about Ahsoka, I can do better? That seems also a little bit about the real life Ashley Eckstein. Just a little bit.
I think so, too.
Because Ashley's very much like that. She's very like, but I can do more. And it's like,
yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Her can-do attitude. That's what it is. She has a really good can-do attitude.
Because you can always, that's like kind of like my own mantra. I never want to stop learning. You can always learn more. You're never done learning. You can always learn more. You can always do a little more.
You are
you really need to take a rest, because sometimes you have to rest because self-care, you know. But when you're done with that rest, you get back up off your butt and you do more.
You are a Ravenclaw, correct?
I'm a what?
Ravenclaw?
No, I'm a Gryffindor.
Your second house has got to be at Ravenclaw. It's got to be.
I think it is. I think it is.
I think it's like right here.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like, you're so Ravenclaw right now. I love it. You're a Gryffindor right now.
A Gryffindor. I think I am a Gryffindor. For real. For real. Yay, Isaac.
So, Steve, what did you think of Ahsoka and the Inquisitor? And
yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I thought that was a great story arc. I liked that we got to see where she came from, like I said earlier. I really liked the Practice Makes Perfect episode, which, and I will mention it again in favorite moments. But the the other episode where the Inquisitor, I thought the Inquisitor, like, I would have liked to have got a little bit more of his story, but with a short, these short episodes, you can only get so much, because I feel like he got beat really quick, and we didn't get to learn anything about him.
But the thing is that you have to remember, by this time she's already battled Maul.
Oh, no, I get that.
And Anakin trained her when he was full on Jedi, not like when the Inquisitors are being taught by a Sith whose focus is there, but it's not quite there. His focus has changed. So I think that's what makes it different. Personally, makes it different.
No, I see that she was able to take him out so quick. I just would have liked to have seen more of him before he got taken out.
I would love to see an entire animated, it's never going to happen, but the entire animation of the Ahsoka book, but it's never going to happen. But did you read that book or listen to it on Audible?
I
Yeah,
have it.
I listened to the audiobook.
Yeah. Oh,
And
it's so good. It's so good.
previously in a book club, and I might also know some future stuff that's coming up with it. So he talked about.
See, I thought you were going somewhere else with that. I'd really like to see an animated series about the Inquisitors.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'll take both.
Yeah.
I'll
Well,
take
we're already going to have flashbacks in Ahsoka to Hayden. So maybe she could flash back to when she was Ashla as well, you know?
Maybe.
You never know. They're keeping it so hush hush that I know absolutely next to nothing of what is going to be in this series.
Yeah,
I can't wait for it though. Anybody who I'm putting it out there. Anybody who wants to have me on for Ahsoka on their podcast, be prepared for like Nicole gets it. Nicole gets it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, why don't we go ahead and jump into our favorite moments now? So you don't have to pick one. This isn't moments.
We pick more than one moment.
Yeah, like your favorite moments from the show overall. I'll start off with mine. One of my favorite moments is the callback to Clone Wars season 7 when that door opens with Ahsoka and Rex, because you know what's happening next, and it's like, oh my gosh, it's about to go down.
I was screaming when that happened. I was like,
And kind of by the same token, the callback in the Dooku story arc with the death of Qui-Gon.
Yes. And even right before Qui-Gon died, Qui-Gon was describing Maul to sex
what
butt.
In the world is that?
I'm going to bench it for you.
Congratulations, Steve. We've elevated to the point that now officially.
We don't allow that. This is a family show.
We don't allow that. You better pay us for that.
There. I wrenched.
Yeah, wrench them.
Six
take your double saber blade and we'll take them out.
What the heck? I'm over here talking about Qui-Gon Jinn and his death and the emotional impact. And
we're talking about how they died.
I'm sorry, it's because I talked about Playboy earlier tonight.
It's all your fault.
Like hot photo of my sister. Ew.
Come on now. This is not the place for that, all right?
Get out! You're out of here. You didn't pay to be in this stream to do your advertisements. Get out of here.
Okay, Megan, just go with it. Just go with it.
This is also very true.
So much for that touching moment when Qui-Gon died.
Really? That's what I'm saying. Isaac, come on, man. Don't encourage them.
My sister is not single.
I mean, I'm single, but that's a whole nother ballgame.
Oh my gosh, that was funny. But she does like long walks on the beach. Oh, you mean Sex Chat 69, sister. Never mind.
Oh, boy.
Holy crap. No.
How'd they get through? Anyway, so
yes. I want to answer, Steve.
I mean,
look at what Backyard TARDIS wrote. Nicholas, it's so funny. Sex bot achievement unlocked.
Where'd it go? There it is. Yeah.
Oh gosh, yeah. That was awesome.
What, does that like mean we've made it or something?
Yes.
Looks like we've made it.
Wow. Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
First you get the trolls, then you get the sex bots.
Good Lord. Well, we've been getting the trolls. If you count, I won't mention names. Okay, so yeah, you see this emotional moment where
Can't
Dooku.
be serious now.
I can't now.
Stupid sex bot. I'm so sorry. Okay. Serious moment. Qui-Gon died.
And
It's not funny.
You see the impact that it makes on Dooku. I was going to mention that a really good moment was the tree.
Yes.
With him in Seattle.
Yes. That's when he decided that he's officially going to leave the Jedi.
Yes.
And he's not going to go to Qui-Gon's funeral, even though he loved him.
Yeah, and touching.
Nicholas, I think it may have been the first one that we caught. Let's put it that way.
I've caught a couple of sex spots way along, like months ago.
We must have not been paying attention.
It's okay. That's why I'm in the chat.
But this one was pretty.
I'm sorry, Megan.
This one was pretty in your face.
I can't stop.
Megan has a request.
You know, when I see sex bot, I start singing the song "Sex Bomb, Sex Bomb." You're a sex bomb.
I don't think I know that song.
Oh, you don't know that song?
No, sing it to me.
Who is that? Sex Bomb. You really turned me on. Who is that? Is it? I can see him in my brain. That's the worst part. Can you look it up, please? The 19 sex bots. That's what this episode is going to be called.
I wrenched those suckers, Isaac. I eat sex bots for snack.
It keeps
That's
your
what she
going.
said.
Oh my gosh. I swear I've only been on gingerbread coffee tonight. I have not had any booze whatsoever. Hi, Brian.
Well, Brian, we were trying to have an emotional moment about the death of Qui-Gon Jinn when we were violated in the chat room. This is the problem with having a public podcast. Anybody can come into these chat rooms.
And he means anybody.
Yeah. Anybody. And their sister.
And their sister.
Patrick, what does Tom Jones have to do with it?
That's Tom Jones. Sex Bomb is Tom Jones. Thank you, Patrick.
Okay. I'm like, that was so random.
You know what? I'm writing it down.
I go Sex Bomb. Yeah. All right. So back to favorite moments.
Yeah.
Okay.
Somebody else is going to have to can give me some of theirs because I'm all out.
Favorite moment.
Moment.
Okay, concentrate, Kelly. Concentrate.
Do not look at the chat room.
Do not look at the chat room. Just remember the sex.
Well, wait a minute. No. No, I take that back. You probably should pay attention because you might get another one.
Yeah, right? Okay.
Oh, Nicholas,
Yes.
that is a very good point. I'm not so sure about the Star Wars opinions, but it does count as a view.
Yeah.
Brian, indeed.
Brady usually yells at sex spots and if you want to come on our show and advertise, become a patron and we'll let you.
Exactly. Yeah, Brady. That's the way.
Yeah, Brady knows.
Brady
Okay.
knows.
Oh my gosh.
Possibly.
He really is. He really is, Patrick. He is a sexy.
Now I think about it, Qui-Gon Jinn. But that's not the way of the Jedi, so shouldn't think that way.
I just want to tell Patrick really quick, it's really good that I waited to send yours out because now I can put in some nifty Red 5 network swag.
Woohoo!
And
You need more stuff.
the Scarab podcast sticker. So yeah, I'm gonna beef up your pack for being late on that. So can it be a Patreon, sister? Can its sister be a Patreon? Bonus points if you can get 2 Patreon memberships out of it, Now there's stickers, I promise.
Where is Man, we're telling Ro about that one.
Oh my gosh. I ate 600 snack. I wasn't thinking that through, was I? I didn't think that through. Oh my gosh. My stomach hurts from laughing so much.
I know your muscles are going to thank you later.
Yeah, right? I am doing stomach crunches right now. Oh, man.
All right. Kelly.
Favorite moments.
Dragon Buddy just got caught up.
Oh, hey, Dragon Buddy. Lunyr Grl's eating snacks and she's got pasties.
Pasties.
That goes out at your local home.
Favorite moment. Okay. My first favorite moment was that very first opening scene where we saw baby Ahsoka swaddled in that blanket. That was my first favorite moment because I was like, she's a baby. I really, really loved that scene. I thought it was beautiful. And how the villagers all came up to mom and dad and the elder, the matriarch of the village, she came up. She was the only one permitted to go right up to mom, and mom said Ahsoka, and she knew. So that was my first favorite moment. Eva does Coruscant.
Oh no, Scott.
Make that a t-shirt. Make it happen.
Your audio listeners are going to be very confused, but that is a great reason why they should be in the live chat every Tuesday evening.
Those of you that are just listening to the audio, you are missing out. You really need to check out the video.
Ah, Patrick, that's so nice.
And by stream, you mean the show, right?
Yeah, not the Red 5 pasties, right?
I was thinking of a different stream, but I'm not sure what Nicholas is trying to tell us here.
I think it's a face palm.
Okay, gotcha. I feel you, Nicholas. I feel you.
He probably face palmed Scott. Oh, okay, yeah. So I did get through my favorite without laughing. So, Nicole, it's your turn.
Another favorite, or is that your only favorite? Because you could have favorites.
Oh, that's my first favorite.
Okay. So I'm gonna go from the first episode. Did you have another one?
Nicholas is distracting me.
I love the first episode with Ahsoka when she took down the Nicole. Okay, and I gotta see.
I'm sorry.
Well, you'll have to find out, Isaac, all on your own.
Oh, he knows. He knows.
Oh,
He's been in the Sidebar family for like 5 years now, so he knows what a pasty is.
You decide to figure that out. So Ahsoka, when she took down the large predatory animal, the AQ, I don't know how to spell it, AKUL, a call, is that how you say it? I loved that moment. I also loved the Yaddle moment we were talking about earlier with the light. When she pushed that up, I was cheering her on. And then just afterwards made me sad and pissed off all at the same time. Going back to back to the first episode, though, I liked it when the village elder or grandma, I wasn't sure if it was the grandma, the Gantika, that's how you say her name, Gantika?
Gantika.
When she came over and told the mom at the end, like, Ahsoka's mom, she is a Jedi. And I'm like, oh, yes! Like, I don't know why. I just loved that moment. Loved that moment. So.
Yeah, it's called Scarif After Dark.
Yep.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, my gosh.
I know. Where are those three? They would love that.
Shanti did make an appearance. Josh is probably at work. I don't know where Tina is, but I know her son is sick. So and get well soon, Padawan.
And Gantika's little doggies. Oh, I love those little.
Oh my gosh, they look like cats, but they bark like dogs, and I just love them.
You want loft cats or loft dogs? I was just like, oh, they're so cute.
They're so cute.
This is why I want an art book, because I want to know.
Yes, because those books with the artwork in them,
I have them for the Mandalorian.
Everything.
I know. I'd love to have it with the Tales of the Jedi, not just the Mandalorian. The visual art. People tried to derail us.
Yes.
Well, that's what they like to do. Perfect.
I'm such a bad guest.
Okay, Steve, what's next on the docket?
That is it. We got to wrap things up. We kind of got derailed there.
Does anybody actually have something okay, I have to say something, at least since I'm always honest about what I did not like. And I mentioned it a little bit, and that is I wish we had more of Yaddle in some shape or form. I wanted to know more for story. So I was really sad that we got Yaddle. I wanted more of her because now I want to know more of her story. So that was my only thing is I wish I had a part along. What the French?
It's true. It's in the Harry Potter cookbook. Cornish pasties.
Yes, it is.
And pumpkin pasties.
He's not. She's correct, and he is correct. And us Potterheads should know better.
For shame.
Well, we weren't thinking about food for once. We were thinking of something.
I wish it would have been longer. That's my only.
I wish it would have been longer. I wish it would have been more than 6.
I hope we get a season 2, and I hope that they pick maybe different Jedi to do.
Not even necessarily only like more than 6 episodes. I just wish the episodes themselves would have been longer. More like the Clone Wars kind of length. But
Mhm.
yeah, that would be my only negative thing to say about it. But
They were very close to Clone Wars length. Because if I remember, like Clone Wars were only like 20 to 25 minutes tops because they used to show it on TV and they were only half-hour episodes. So, you had to put commercials in there too. Right? Am I wrong?
the Clone Wars?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. You might be right.
Well, the Clone Wars are actually about double the time of these. Which
Yeah.
I hope we get. I hope that they end up getting. I hope that they end up at the Emmys or Saturn Awards at some point because
I have to see though, like, even though like my only complaint is that there weren't more or they weren't longer, seeing all of the technique that they put into making this, I mean, with all of the detail in the animation, it probably took them a good deal of time to make just these 15 to 20 minute episodes. So
For sure. Yeah.
I can't even complain. I feel bad asking for more, but I had to come up with something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, those of you in the chat, I want to thank you for no more. No. I want to thank you for joining us tonight. And yeah. And Kelly, thanks for hanging out with us and talking about Tales of the Jedi.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So
I had
next
fun.
week we will be doing
what we're doing.
a holiday special.
Oh, we don't know. We know, but we don't know.
We know, but we don't know. It'll be a holiday special of sorts. We will be talking about some holiday movies, but we don't know which ones, and we won't know until next week.
That's fun.
Yeah. So come back, same time, 8 p.m. Eastern. Nicholas, stop it. Same time, 8 p.m. Eastern. And I hope that DJ will be with us. I hope he will be back.
You miss him?
Yeah, we all miss him.
I agree.
And then, do we have something after that, or is that?
We talked about it a little bit today. If we haven't decided if we're going to have an episode in 2 weeks or not, or if we're going to take a week or two.
Right. No. On the so the 13th is the holiday special. The 20th is there will be an episode.
Oh, that's right.
Not really sure of the topic specifically, but the 27th, will be taken off.
Good to know. I am noting that right now. And I will write down holiday break. All right.
Yeah.
It's in red.
That's
it's in
plan.
red. It's
okay.
official.
But so anyway, thanks for everybody for tuning in and watching our crazy episode. Nicole, why don't you take us out?
Well, before I take us out, real quick, my nerd sister, where can everyone find you? Yeah.
Okay, I'm like everywhere.
She is. You guys call me Wong, but you don't realize that she's also Wong. Something wrong with that.
Yeah, I like crash everybody's podcasts. Most of the time, I would say 99% of the time, you can catch me on Twitter at Sidebar Cantina or Instagram at The Sidebar Cantina. I also have a Lunyr Grl Twitter that I'm attempting to check once a day. Don't hold me to that. My poor Lunyr Grl Instagram, she gets no attention whatsoever. Don't get me at the Red 5 Tavern because I'm only posting there once a day. If you need to talk to anybody at the Escape Pod, I am running their Twitter it's at The Escape Pod. And I post on the Red 5 network a couple times a day, sometimes for those beautiful promos that I hope that you all read.
Yes.
Yep. Absolutely.
Oh, and Stranger Things has happened. I'm doing that too.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Woohoo.
Another stream. You guys have another one coming up this week, correct?
Yes, we do. Season 2, Chapter 7. So we'll be doing that on Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific time.
And then, of course, make sure you check out Lunyr Grl and I tomorrow night with Shanti from Fear After Dark and our meme queen, Tina, because we're going to be on ATSW Pod. The ladies are taking over again.
Oh,
so,
yes, it's ladies' night. Oh, what a night. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, everybody in the chat, for listening in today. Make sure you haven't already and hit the subscribe, because you can have more fun times with us as long as you are getting all those notifications. We appreciate it. Thank you. May the force be with you. We'll see you guys next week and tomorrow night. Bye.
Bye.
Like a pizza.
Like a pizza.
I'm waiting for